Hey guys, so happy new year. New year, new Gabbie Hanna problems. You know, she just doesn't sleep, does she? She just creates problems around herself. It's like she doesn't need anyone to ruin her career. She just does it herself, and that is a gift that keeps on giving to people like me. Hi, thank you for the content. So I posted 2 videos about Gabbie Hanna. When I posted my first video, I did not know she was going to be this much of a train wreck towards the end of 2018, and then she started f***ing up, so I had to make an update video, and now I'm making an update to the update of the original. Just for anyone that hasn't seen the videos, they will all be in order in the description down below. So the first thing that people tagged me in on Twitter, if you want to follow me on Twitter and be interactive with me on Twitter, because that is probably my most interactive platform, follow me on Twitter, it'll be on screen right now in the description down below, but also follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I'm not posting on Snapchat as much as I want to be because Instagram stories, you know, but I sometimes like to post on Snapchat, so if you can add me on there, that's fine. If you want to follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. It's the same thing as my Twitter. Everything is the same. It's on the screen right now or in the description down below. So yeah, I was getting sent these screenshots of Gabbie Hanna's story after I posted my most recent Gabbie Hanna video. Gabbie Hanna posted on her story, and this is not like, she didn't at me or anything, because no one does that. No big YouTuber would just at me. Like, sis, are you scared of me? Do you think I'm gonna find your house and beat you up? Like, just at me if you're trying to share about me. I at you every time I make a video about you. Your name is in the title, you're in the tags, you're in the thumbnail, I say your name. Like, there's nothing to hide. If you've got an opinion, share it, but don't just like half share it, half not. Don't like see your way out of it. Like, I don't with that. If you're gonna say something, say it with your chest. She posts on her story a chat that she has with her sister. Now, I don't know how sisters work because I don't have one. I also don't have any brothers. I'm an only child, but I know how family works and like friends. So I will usually have either a funny nickname or a name, or like, let's say my dad is saved as dad. My mom is saved as birth giver, but that was a joke back in like a few years ago, and now I just can't change it because I feel like it will look weird when she calls me. But I would never like call them their full name on my contact. Or like my friends, I don't save them as their full name. I save them as a nickname or just their first name. But clearly Gabbie Hanna and her sister don't do that. So Gabbie Hanna saved her sister as her full name. Literally just her full name. Now what I'm thinking is she did this for the purpose of this screenshot, exactly this conversation. I don't think this was just a natural conversation with her sister. I think this was a staged conversation. But like, who the fuck saves their sister on their phone as her full just like name and surname? Like, how many Genevieves do you know? And can you not just call it like sister numero uno? And also the message is so like overly detailed. Like, this is not how my conversations with my friends look when I'm like chatting shit. I'll just like going off on a mad one, but it won't make sense to like someone who wouldn't be informed on the situation. But this, if you read this, you could kind of get the grasp of the storyline without actually knowing the storyline. That's how detailed it is, like overly explainy. I'll read it. So her sister apparently, allegedly, messages her at 2 AM because she's so just angry and she's so just buzzing and she just needs to get this out into the open. And she says, I can't talk for long because it's almost 2 AM. And then she goes on for long, even though it's 2 AM. But I was getting so earlier, AD, because I was watching this video about you and people literally jumped to conclusions to find something. Sis, there was no jumping to conclusions. She capitalized on her meme, which I said was subjective. Like, if you care, you care. If you don't, you don't. I said her music's bad, in my opinion, which I am allowed to have. Free speech and shit. And then I said that she scammed her fans. That was not an opinion. That was not jumping to conclusions. You scammed your fans. I'm sorry, sis, if that hurt your feelings. But frankly, I'm actually not sorry. You scammed your fans. There you go. That's what happens when you scam your fans. People talk about you scamming your fans. You can't just, oh, feel sorry for me because I scammed my fans. Well, you're not the victim in this situation. Anyway, so she goes, this girl was okay. Here's why it's about me. It will be clear once I read it out. But also 99% of commentary channels, or like medium sized to big commentary channels, are male. I am one of not many female commentary channels, and I feel like I'm one of a very small percentage that actually filmed videos about the Gabbie Hanna situation. So by saying this girl, she means at it's Angela_XO. So you should have just added me, sis. This girl was like, oh, she said her sister sent her memes and she didn't even know about them, but we all know she watched them herself and wanted to make some money off of it. Yes, I believe so. Gabbie Hanna has herself previously admitted that she searches up her own name a lot. So for her to not see a meme that was like the biggest meme of that week without her sister sending it to her was a bit sus. First of all, she searches up her name, so even if it wasn't a big meme, she still would have seen it. Two, it was a big meme. It was bound to make it to her timeline somehow. So for her to be like, oh, I've never even seen these. But then she proceeds to capitalize off of it for the next 3 weeks. And the reason that one made me super angry is because I have actual evidence, both in my mind and in my phone, that I sent those memes and you had never seen them. So if you guys don't know, I'm doing a law degree and I wanted to be a lawyer. I still do, but obviously YouTube is doing its bit, and I'm just on this ride right now, just trying to figure it out for the next 3 years to see what my career ends up being. So if you want to give me this career, then subscribe and turn on post notifications. If you don't want to give me this career, subscribe and turn on post notifications. Anyway, as a lawyer, you know that when you go to court, you have to have evidence that isn't just situational thing. Like, it's not, oh well, the probability here is so and so, mainly if it's a criminal case. You can't just be like, oh well, this probably was that person. You have to have evidence that is like beyond doubt. So imagine if I just turned up to court and was like, I have evidence in my mind that you killed her. So frankly, we all should just close this case now and send this guy to prison, because in my mind I know that you killed her. What kind of stupid evidence is that? Huh? She's also got it in her phone. She's got evidence of her sending memes to her sister on her phone, allegedly. Which, yeah, I never said you didn't send the memes. I said that that probably wasn't the first time she saw those memes, but you just sent her the ones that she might have not seen, or the ones that were your personal favorite. I do that to my friends all the time. My friends will see memes, I will see memes, but then we'll still send them to each other just in case the person didn't see that specific variation of that meme. But it doesn't mean we've never seen that meme before, we just haven't seen that variation of it. I didn't think I had to explain it this clearly, but here we are. So let's continue. You can see I'm getting kind of pissed off. This is not how I intended to start my new year, but here we go. And I have 11 friends. Wow, well done. You are a little social butterfly, aren't you? Oh, I wish I had 11 friends. Got like 1.5. It be like that sometimes. In a group chat as witnesses, there's 11 of them. To when I was like, send me memes, Gabbie wants to make a video. Okay, I didn't say that didn't happen. I just said that wasn't the first time she saw those memes. Sis. Witnesses. This is sounding like a court case. Why are we doing this over memes? Can we chill out in 2019? It's literally memes, and it's my opinion on her capitalizing on memes. Relax just a little bit, just turn it down. Gabbie replies with laughing faces and she says, well, welcome to the internet, where people will say what they want and present it as fact, and everyone who watches will accept that as the truth. As long as you know who you are and you know the truth, that's all that really matters. The first part of it is it does happen, but I never presented everything as fact. Have you even see, allegedly her sister watched the whole video, but I'm going to come out on a whim and say she didn't, or she was just trying to prove a point, so she just omitted certain things on purpose to prove a point. So I'm going to break it down for you right now. I have multiple times in multiple videos now said the word subjective. Subjective being an opinion. Therefore, I couldn't have presented things as fact if I used the word subjective, because that then just contradicts itself. It can't be a fact if it's subjective. So if I use the word subjective, I'm not presenting it as fact. But if people want to believe me and agree with me, that's their business, because everyone has the right to believe and agree with whatever they want, and I have the right to express an opinion even if it's subjective, which then makes it an opinion. Once again, shouldn't have to be explaining this. I really shouldn't. I'm gonna insert this clip. It has no relevance to anything I'm saying right now, but I just want to insert it just for the bants. So if you guys just want to watch this and struggle through life because of it with me, that's fine.
And my baby lion is pretty good too, but I'm not scary yet. When I'm scary, I'll go, what?
You're welcome. I'm so sorry that I had to put you through that, but I was not about to struggle on my own. She recently, I have all of the proof on my phone and it's in a folder. So whenever I make a video, I'll create a folder for that video with receipts and references that I'm going to reference during the video. And this video is called Gabbie Bully. So, and it's got 34 images in it. I didn't know this happened because I'm not so up to date with Gabbie Hanna, because I am not a stalker. So once I made 3 videos about her, I was like, okay, I'll leave her alone for a little bit. I'll just dip out of the situation now. But I had to dip myself right back in. She posted this picture, which is all good and well. I don't care. And then there was a shit ton of comments. Half of them, I'm gonna disagree with some people here and defend Gabbie, I guess, because I am still an objective human being who can look at things from an objective point of view. She posted this picture with obviously her leg around her friend who happens to be a female. This is so out of focus, but you get the image. And people are saying, you know, Gabbie, just come out, she's bisexual. What about you, Gab? Y'all are gay, cutest couple ever though. Don't assume someone's sexuality unless they outright come and say that they are bisexual, gay, straight, lesbian, whatever they happen to be. Don't just assume. Like 25% of the comments were you're gay, and the 75% of the comments were bashing her. And I was like, are we still talking about this Kenza Cosmetics? But no, turns out we're not. Turns out Gabbie Hanna just did a oopsie and we gotta talk about it. Someone said, why the f do you still make content? And I assumed it was to do with Kenza Cosmetics, but then it wasn't. You're honestly pretty terrible. I had no problem with you until I saw all these videos that you let your fans openly attack people just because you're mad they left an unpositive comment on one of your photos. You're in the spotlight and should be acting mature and realize not everyone's going to love you. You do not deserve what you have. Sorry if my opinion feels like bullying to you. And I was so confused. I was like, did I miss something? Turns out I did. You're one of the most hateful YouTubers out there. What that girl commented about being self-absorbed wasn't nearly as bad as what your fans messaged her. You need to realize your millions of followers can see the you post, and many of the crazy ones will actively do anything to attack someone you dislike. Because of your influence and excessive ups that regard other people who have suffered from them, people are unable to criticize you. The girl didn't call you fat, ugly, or send death threats like your loving fans have. Seriously reflect on yourself. And at that point I was like, oh, she did an oopsie. Opinions aren't bullying. And I was like, huh? When did she say that? My battery's about to die, give me a minute. So I wasn't sure when she said that opinions are bullying, so I was so confused just reading these comments because I was like, what is going on? But I continued to do my investigating work. Clearly I'm lacking brain cells at this point too, so maybe sub count does equal brain cells. Opinions aren't bullying. Here's a definition. Use superior strength or influence to intimidate someone, typically to force him or her to do what one wants. Also from stopbullying.gov. Bullying is unwanted aggressive behavior among school-aged children that involves a real or perceived power imbalance. The behavior is repeated or has the potential to be repeated over time. Both kids who are bullied and who bully others may have serious lasting problems. It also has to include a power imbalance, like you having more followers and repetition. Again, blaming others for your actions and acting immature and inappropriate. Stop getting triggered or get a job where you aren't putting yourself in front of millions of people. Typical Gabbie. Lying, misleading, blaming someone else for her fuck up. I'm way disappointed. Now, if you're confused where these comments come from, just like I was confused when I read through all those comments in the morning when I woke up, comes from a comment under one of her pictures which said, no, we are really not wondering how full of yourself you are now to keep multiple selfies of the same thing. And she as in Gabbie Hanna, posted that screenshot on her Instagram story and circled the person and said, wow, some of these people out here really upset when they see someone confident and loving themselves. Not once did the girl in the comments say that she doesn't like the fact that you feel confident or that you love yourself. She just said, you seem a bit self-absorbed to post that many pictures of the same thing. I don't even want to read them, but I'll put them up in a little slideshow for you guys. All the hate DMs that the girl who commented under Gabbie's picture has been receiving from Gabbie fans. So let's go. Great, now that we have suffered through that together, let's go through the DM that the girl sent to Gabbie Hanna to kind of clear up the situation. And I thought it started off really well and then Gabbie turned it sour, but that's my opinion. Subjective, not fact. Wouldn't want anyone to think that. Gabbie, it's not that I don't think you're confident. I think you're sending a weird message about self-love, like you didn't like your body so you changed it, but that's not really accepting yourself. I didn't mean to be disrespectful, I'm just a blunt person. The last kid you did this to and sicked your people on, I'm pretty sure ended up being bullied by your fans more than he deserved when all he was doing was trolling and commenting you're fat, which you could have ignored. That to me shows your true side. I used to be a fan of yours, but I didn't like some of the messages you were telling people. I didn't mean to disrespect, it was only my opinion. And then Gabbie replied, this is what gets me all the way f***ed up. Opinions are bullying, love. Is anyone gonna tell her? Because I will hurt her feelings. I feel like anything that we tell her goes in one ear out the other. All she sees is the hate, but she doesn't see the lesson people are trying to teach her. Opinions are not bullying. Opinions are just that. If I say that in my opinion the color black is the best color, does that mean I'm bullying red, white and blue? No, I'm simply saying that I favor one color over the other colors. That is an opinion that happens to not be bullying. But telling me I'm full of myself on a photo where I feel confident and sexy is bullying. No, it's not. It's literally not. Opinions and hate are not mutually exclusive. Your opinion can be that, for example, a certain race or sexual orientation is disgusting. That can be your opinion. Doesn't mean it's not hate. There we go. See, what you said at the start and what you're saying now contradicting each other. Opinions themselves are not hate. Opinions themselves are just opinions. Opinions can be hate. Opinions might be hate. Opinions could be hate to a certain extent if said in a specific way or about a specific thing, but at the end of the day an opinion is still just an opinion. It is not a fact. End of the day, you posted a hate comment, period. No, she posted an opinion. You took it as a hate comment because you're over dramatic, overly sensitive and not made for YouTube. I posted what you said with a positive note, wishing you happiness and confidence to show people how to respond to hate. You don't have to be negative towards people, telling someone they're full of themselves for what? Posting beautiful pictures of themselves that they're proud of, promoting something they worked very hard on, something they were so nervous to show the world. Are you full of yourself for posting the same underwear pics over and over? I don't think so, and I hope someone doesn't try to tell you otherwise. Fill your heart with love and positivity. Have a good night. Some of these bits are semi-decent, like the, you know, don't let someone tell you that posting pictures of yourself means you're overly confident or whatever, but the rest of it is just utter trash. It's gibberish, it's just constant waffle. And then the girl replied, probably my favorite thing ever said to Gabbie Hanna, honestly Gabbie, why don't you go make another video about it and go be over dramatic, because that's the only thing you're good at. Someone finally said it. We love that for you. Go off queen, because you actually backed your point. You were like, nah sis, don't come for me sideways like that. I'm gonna prove to you that I still stand by my point. And if you're not gonna understand that, that's fine. You don't have to always see eye to eye. And just because a big influencer or YouTuber comes at you for something doesn't mean you all of a sudden have to back away and retract your comment that you made about them. You can still stick and stand by opinion. And she said, I rest my case, love. I hope you find happiness, truly. Maybe Gabbie, why don't you go and find happiness? Because clearly you're lacking it for literally getting so pissed off at every little thing and being so salty, petty, disrespectful. You've literally done all of this in the last, what, 3 months? 4? Can we just stop encouraging her? Can we stop giving her the attention that she oh so desperately wants? If we stop giving her the attention, maybe she'll finally stop. I say that as I'm filming a video about her. I know, slightly contradicting, slightly hypocritical. I feel like if we bring attention to it very quickly, we can all just as a collective decide to now stop, unless she up again, and then we're gonna have to bring it back up. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos every Wednesday and Sunday and bonus videos on Fridays sometimes, so turn on post notifications so you know when that's happening. Follow me on my socials, they're on screen right now and description down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.